Limited government. So our next principle we want to talk about is limited government. You think about the word limit. Limit means to restrict or to place restrictions on something. When our founding fathers were creating our government, they wanted to make sure that its power was limited. Think back to what happened during the Revolution. What happened between the colonies and the British. The colonists felt that the power of the British government was unlimited, became abusive, tyrannical. Well, we didn't want that to happen in America. So when we created our government, we wanted to make sure that its power was limited. Limited government means that the people are freer and the people's rights can be more protected. So how do we do that? Well, first, when we created the Constitution, we clearly defined the powers of government. And there are many people that believe that the government shouldn't exercise powers that aren't actually written down in that Constitution. We call those people strict constructionists. Let's look at what's happening now. Does the government have a right to tell you to wear a mask in public? Does the government have the power to shut down businesses during the pandemic? All of these questions have to be answered. And not everyone agrees. When our founding fathers were creating the Constitution, one of the major debates that came up was over the addition of a Bill of Rights. Federalists and anti-federalists argued whether or not a Bill of Rights was necessary. But in the end, the Bill of Rights was added, and that's another layer of protection that we have, limiting the government's power. But what happens when certain actors, certain parts of the government, try to expand their power beyond what the law allows?